Welcome back to another video, friend. It is Monday, August 12th. Another great and awesome day to be giving God all the glory, the honor, and the praise. Today, I want to share with you some very essential factors to consider when choosing a container for a container garden. So, this is my container garden. I have been gardening in containers for over 4 years now. And the main three factors that I want to talk about today is size, shape, and of course, drainage. And now look at these basket, guys. Would you say that this is an ideal container that will give an exceptional drainage for your plants? Yes, I totally agree. Because if I didn't put these containers in here to sow my seeds, I would put some cardboard in the sides or maybe something else to keep the soil in the container. And after that thing that I would use to retain the soil in the container, if I water it, the water will immediately come out of these containers because of the holes that I have in there for drainage. Now, all of these barrels here, in the bottom of them, after I cut them in half, I have to drill a lot of holes in the bottom. Even these rectangular or, well, it's rectangular shape containers because all four sides are not equal. I definitely have to put some holes in the bottom of these too. Now, so if we do not put holes in the bottom of our containers, guys, when we are growing in the containers, you know what will happen to the plants? They will have root rot and they can actually drown. So when choosing a pot, try to think about the ideal weight of the pot, the size and the soil, water, everything that is going to be in the container. Because one of the main reasons why we all garden in containers is because of mobility. And if we are unable to move our containers, oh my goodness gracious, I can tell you that the plants can actually suffer. I have those white buckets over there, like these two white buckets, this one right here and this one. They are very small, and as you can see, they also have their handles. So if needs be and I need to move this one that have a pepper plant in it, I can do so. These are also empty. There's nothing in them yet, but if and when I do decide to plant something in them, I can actually move them to whatever location I want to. Now these are my biggest containers in my garden, and evidently this one have a handle on it that is made out of rope. What I did, I punched some holes in any side of the barrel and I add this so I can pull it away if I want to. I'm not going to try that right now because I have a whole lot more soil than what I had in there before. So it's not going to be easy for me to move, but I can move it if I want to. And another thing that you can actually do, guys, you can also put some wheels on these containers. If I was thinking about the wheels when I just started my garden, I would have done so. It would cost me a pretty penny to put wheels on all of these containers, of course, but some other time, some other time. Now, in this container right here, I do have a tomato plant. And a lot of the times we put some plants in containers that is not ideal. Say, for example, the tomato plants, the roots can get very, very, very big. So I would not suggest planting a tomato plant in a container like this one right here, like my coffee creamer bottle. I would not suggest it. Yes, you can actually start your seeds in it. And when the plant gets to moderate height and size, you have to transplant or transfer that plant into a bigger container so the roots will be able to expand, get bigger, and grow more fruits for you. You can even grow the tomatoes in a container like this. Right now I have a volunteer papaya that is growing in this bucket here, and I dare not leave this papaya plant in this bucket because what? I would never ever get a papaya like a fruit from that plant. And here is another volunteer. Why am I allowing them to grow in these containers? They are volunteers, and I have not yet decided where I want to plant them. Here is another one. This is another papaya plant. You see how big this one is? It is actually another volunteer, and it is growing in one of my barrels. I haven't gotten any fruits from it yet. I don't know if I am going to get any fruits, but I pray to God that I might. Even though I am really allowing this papaya plant to grow for the leaves, of course, and for the flowers, because the flowers will attract the pollinators, like my busy little friend right here. And then the leaves can also be used as mulch for other containers. Okay, so with all of that said, if mobility or change in the look of your garden is a common occurrence, then I would recommend you to consider pots that is made of lightweight materials or place them on casters before potting them. So you see, I need to go back around that side, guys, because 95% of the time when you visit my channel, guys, nothing is ever in the same place. So as I just mentioned, consider pots that is very lightweight, maybe like my coffee creamer bottles right here, and those pots back there, they're all repurposed pots. Even these black ones right here, they're all repurposed. Place them on a caster or pallet, something that can be moved easily. And even these bigger ones, they can be very lightweight at times if you have a light soil in it. But as for these, I am actually using some native soil in them right now, and they are not that easy to move. I would have to put them in something like this. Let me show you. I have some baskets that I would put those black pots in, so it could be easier for me to move. And this is one of the baskets. I am actually not utilizing them for mobility right now. I'm kind of using them for a stand, and I think I will be using up this space very soon, so I am going to move them. Now these are some baskets that I place on blocks. So these baskets, they're actually very light, and they are not filled with a lot of soil because of what I was planting in them, which was some green onions and Swiss chard, I believed. And I will be growing some lettuce in here for fall, so I will be cleaning out these baskets real soon. And I should also be taking out this sweet potato plant. Now this sweet potato plant is not ideal to grow in this, well, I'm not gonna say not, you know, it could possibly grow in this basket, but I would definitely need some more soil in this basket for the sweet potato to grow in here. And then what I would have to do, I would have to find somewhere for the vines to run. And trust me, I don't want this vine running all over the place, you know. No, I don't. I really don't want it to. Now these are some juice bottles that I placed here. I am going to grow some more of these flowers in here to attract pollinators. Those are actually called the 10 o'clock flowers, and when they bloom, oh my goodness gracious, they are so, so, so beautiful. These bottles can also be used as containers, even though I was using them to water some parts of my garden, but eventually I think I'm going to be using them to grow stuff in them. So guys, I want to elaborate some more on the drainage um, of the containers because of what is happening to this pepper plant right here. So I know of a fact that there is not enough holes in this container right here, and I have already lost a pepper plant um, in this one as well. And after, well, if this plant do survive, I'm going to empty the container and I have to put some more holes in there. So whenever you're putting holes in a container, please ensure that you have sufficient hole for better drainage, because the plants do need oxygen, right, to access the roots, as well as being able to drain the excess water. All right, because in this case, I think that the plant is actually drowning. So ensure that there is enough drainage in the bottom of your containers so you do not drown your plants. All right, so over in here, guys, I have this pigeon pea plant. I think last year is my very first time growing a pigeon pea plant in a container, because I wanted to try and see how productive it would be. And I also wanted to grow this pigeon pea plant to the height of the fence. But as you can all see, it has gone past the fence. I think I will be pruning it though, because I really don't want them too tall, because I'm a little shorty, you know. I'm only 5 feet 1. So I want to be able, if I'm going to pick pigeon peas, I want to be able to touch the top of the plant, which I am able to do now, but I have to stretch a little bit. I would prefer it to be right in front of my eyes, that I can just grab the branches, break them, and pull the peas off. So over in here, I have 2 sets of stackable planters that I am growing in. What you can grow in your stackable planters is up to you. Right now I have 2 strawberry plants in these section right here. I had some mint, but because the stackable planter was actually in another area of my garden, the mint they were scorched by the sun and they all died. Now this is a pot that I added on top of this stackable planter, so you can go ahead and, you know, create your own little design, decor style, whatever your preference is. And you can plant stuff like thyme, and this is a spicy globe basil. And at one point I had some Swiss chard growing in there. I have seen purses growing kale. And what I'm going to actually try to do is to grow some of my vincas up in here to see how big they would actually grow. I mean, whenever it comes to container gardening, I mean, options are limitless. You can grow so many things in containers. These are some zinnias that I actually threw in here recently. And I have another strawberry right here. These are some purslane. And I think purslane is actually ideal to grow in stackable planters like this. Back over in there, these are some ginger that I am growing in these baskets right here. And I do not have a lot of soil in these baskets, guys. If I was growing something like cabbages or something with bigger root systems like tomatoes, I would actually fill the baskets with a lot of soil. But in this instance, I don't have to, because the ginger, it is not a deep root crop, and the ginger, they grow sideways, they don't grow very deep, so there was no need for me to add a lot of soil in there. Now I do have some aloe vera plants in here. I should be taking these out soon, you know. Yeah, I need to put them in another area. All right, and right here I have some turmeric growing in these black pots. These black pots are actually ideal for growing turmeric, thyme, whatever you want to grow, peppers, rosemary, tomatoes. But I think today I will be taking out the turmeric and I am going to add them in the bigger barrels because I need all of these black pots right here and the ones over there to grow my kale. I have a lot of kale seeds that have germinated, and I have to start preparing a place for them to grow. Let me go over and show you the seeds that have germinated. All right. Yes, and I also have some cabbages as well. So I have the Mammoth Red Rock cabbage and the Round Dutch cabbage. They have germinated, and today is like what? Let me see, 7 days since I sowed the seeds. And here are the kale. And if you all know anything about the kale and the cabbages, they grow so fast. Everything else is taking a little while to germinate. And here I have some cauliflower as well. And because this area is now my herb and the vegetable garden, most of the seeds I just showed you, I will be planting them in this section right here. So to maximize on space, I have to utilize more of these barrels. See, they do have a lot of space in them. In the back section there, empty. In here, empty. I have some more space in here. And I've already transplanted some of the turmeric. Oh gosh. And they're doing okay. Oh my goodness gracious. And I believe that I have two more empty ones right here. Well, this one is actually empty. This one I have two peppers in it, but I will be planting the turmeric in all of the barrels as much as possible, and then I will have my containers back over in there to plant my cabbages, kale, just my brassicas. Let me put it that way. All right. I hope and pray that you did receive some information that you never knew before and you can utilize if you are a first-time gardener, and even if you are an existing gardener, because we do learn stuff every single day when we come out in the garden. Our gardening journey is all about trials and errors. Sometimes we have to make mistakes to discover some things. And I am just enjoying this journey, guys. And I hope and pray that you too is enjoying this journey with me. Okay, so I thank you very, very much for coming along with me today to share those few little factors that I have about container gardening. I was trying to catch this lizard right here. Oh God, I wonder if I was the one that cut the tail off. I mean, my garden is the playground for so much things. Goodness gracious. These are my callaloo seeds. This is a volunteer flower. If anybody knows the name of this flower, please go ahead, comment down below and let me know. I am seeing a lot of Malabar spinach in there that I need to take out. Oh! These are my pumpkins. So guys, I have been trying to grow pumpkin for the entire year. And these are my black diamond watermelon. I sowed the seeds on the 8th. So it is like 4 days ago. So happy, so happy, so happy. Oh, and I believe these are my amaranth, my callaloo that I sowed. Let me see, when did I sow the seeds? 4 days ago. Yeah, these are the red ones. Oh gosh. Oh my God. So happy. So happy. All right, guys. So, as you all heard, I am extremely happy. What song am I going to sing? To God be the glory, great things he hath done. So loved he the world that he gave us his son. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Let my garden rejoice. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Let my garden rejoice. Oh, come, all you planters, drop those seeds in the ground. Give God the glory, and a bounty will be found. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Let our gardens rejoice. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Look how my garden is rejoicing. Crazy me. I'm just extremely happy to see how my garden is performing. God, you are so good and your mercies endure it forever. I don't know how to express myself right now. I'm just so excited because of the fact that my garden is in a restoration mode. I really do not have a lot to harvest right now, but based on how everything is looking for the past 2 weeks, I returned. It's just been raining, raining, raining. Some of the plants really doesn't do so well with too much water like the peppers and stuff, but to God be the glory. Great things he hath done. I'm just loving everything. All right, guys, so if this is your first time joining me, this is the Glades Garden Girl over here in Zonton, Florida. Remember to comment, like, and share. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. So whenever I upload the videos, you will definitely be notified. Yes. And I think I have over 300 containers now, and counting. So if you have not yet started a garden, today is your day to make the choice of a container garden. All right. So love you all, and I will see you soon in another video. Ciao.